As a man's wife from a home way, born in Asian village. She had no child but lost children, nicknamed Emiton by her husband. But when her man died, she could not go home, made her home in Oba Market. Childminder for young mother shoppers, sometimes of pediatrician.
Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring. Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend. Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring. Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend.
His story caught up with her when Prince Ogun ran there for cover. She gave him cover and our shelter over a listening post.
Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring.
Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend. This young prince, he became a king over Enware the Great. And Emota was immortalized. That's how Emota come to stay.
Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring.
Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend.
Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring.
Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend.
Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring.
Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend.
Emota, knock away your man, knock away your ring.
Okay, Maria, Emmanuel, what I recommend.
You're tuned into the Joe Brown Idele-Ero Show, the #1 platform where truth meets bold analysis. Every Saturday at 6 p.m. Nigeria time, we bring you sharp, insightful conversations on politics, economics, social progress, and infrastructure development live on Facebook and YouTube, featuring thought leaders and fearless voices. Ambassador Adesua Matthew Biki Uwaifo, Rastaman and activist Black Rice of Sagie, Honorable Chief Tony Negro Erhabor, and your host with the most, Honorable Joe Brown Idele-Ero. No spin, no profanity, just sincerity, integrity, and a commitment to the truth. Subscribe now on YouTube at youtube.com/JoeAero100 and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/joe.idele. This is not
Wretched and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind, to vent your poor selfish desire, that others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine on men's food, flowers as well as mine. and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind, to vent your poor selfish desire, that others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine on men's food, flowers as well as mine. Wretched and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind, to vent your poor selfish desire, that others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine on men's food, flowers as well as mine. Wretched and
Tony, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Can
here.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we are about to start the show, but I just wanted to see if I have other guests coming in so that we can all start together. All right.
You're tuned into the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show, the #1 platform where truth meets bold analysis. Every Saturday at 6 p.m. Nigeria time, we bring you sharp, insightful conversations on politics, economics, social progress, and infrastructure development live on Facebook and YouTube, featuring thought leaders and fearless voices. Ambassador Adesua Matthew Biki Uwaifo, Rastaman and activist Black Rice of Sagie, Honorable Chief Tony Negro Erhabor, and your host with the most, Honorable Joe Brown Idele-Ero. No spin, no profanity, just sincerity, integrity, and a commitment to the truth. Subscribe now on YouTube at youtube.com/JoeAero100 and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/joe.idele.
All right, give me 1 second here. I'm trying to make sure we have everything straightened out.
Wretched and foolish. Wretched and foolish jealousy. How did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind. To vent your poor selfish desire, that others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine on men's food, flowers as well as mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome to the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show. And we are about to start the show. I know we are a little bit behind time. This is normally not what we do here on the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show. We are always on time. And, please be still, brother. Stay well, brother. We are always on time. We do not disappoint. But today's show, you all know that it is one that we do not actually schedule our show for during the week. But we have no choice than to bring this show to you today. And we hope that you all stay back and enjoy the show. All right. So, like I said, the show is all about what you guys already know. There's a breaking news coming out of Edo State, Nigeria. Mr. Negro, please be still, or you mute yourself for a minute. Let me mute you here. Okay, good. So, you know, we have a breaking news that came out of Nigeria, particularly about Edo State. Today, you all know. So that is the reason why we are here, and we are about to break it up. We're about to break it up to you. And,
You're tuned into the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show, the #1 platform where truth meets bold analysis. Every Saturday at 6 p.m. Nigeria time, we bring you sharp, insightful conversations on politics, economics, social progress, and infrastructure development live on Facebook and YouTube, featuring thought leaders and fearless voices. Ambassador Adesua Matthew Biki Uwaifo, Rastaman and activist Black Rice of Sagie, Honorable Chief Tony Negro Erhabor, and your host with the most, Honorable Joe Brown Idele-Ero. No spin, no profanity, just sincerity, integrity, and a commitment to the truth. Subscribe now on YouTube at youtube.com/JoeAero100 and follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/joe.idele. This is not just a broadcast, it's a movement.
that's why it is going to be a very, very big show today. All right? So I have with me my brother, as usual, that we run this show together. I'm talking about your number one political analyst on social media and the mainstream media as well. He's a psychology expert, sociology expert, based in the UK. He is always here with me. We are here to analyze this issue together today. I'm talking about the one and only Chief Honorable Tony Negro. You are welcome to the Idele-Ero show, sir. Honorable, are you there? Honorable. Hello.
Sir, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Honorable.
I hope you're all right. Yeah. I'm trying to fix some issues here as well.
Wretched and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind.
So that we can see you properly. Something is going on here. In just 1 second, I'll be through with it. Give me a second. All right, what is going on here? Trying to pull out this, what is covering the screen. I don't know what is going on here. Give me 1 second, please. We'll fix the technical issue. All right. I'm going to be playing some music while we take care of this.
Wretched and foolish jealousy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm on my knees, please come. Come and set us free. We need you more and more. Just come and set us free, Daddy. Even when I ask a question, I'm going to ban me up for Daddy. The Korobo was a question, I'm going to move me up for Daddy. Come to see. No one else can take your place. I gonna make it real, but I'm a dad. Goroboy. But you need that pass, see a Goroboy. If I'm a get it walk on fire. Please come down, oh Lord, I pray. I'm on my knees, please come. Come and set us free. We need
Wretched and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind.
Tell me what you are looking for. You will say, you will crack a knee. Is it the house or your money? You will say, you will go be you. Put all your trust in God. He will never, never, never fail you, brother. Never, never.
I just
you
get to
worry
it.
about
I'm
me.
gonna
You will say, you will go be you.
it looks like it's not the you and me at the meantime. But if they show up, we'll bring them in. Okay. So I hope your equipment and everything is stabilized, right? Everything is okay. Are we good?
Very, thank
Are
you.
we? All right. So let's get to it. The show for today is about the Chief Tony Negro. Please stabilize yourself, sir. This is very important here. You need to be ready for this show at this time, So please, yeah, exactly. Stay well, bro. Now, we're talking about the breaking news that came out of Nigeria, Edo State, Nigeria, today regarding the Supreme Court judgment about who wears the crown as the Edo State governor that has been challenged from, after the election, of September 21st, 2024. And then the opponent, the major opponent, actually, all the political parties, they went to court. They were not satisfied. Later on, some of them started dropping off. They started falling aside. So, and then the PDP and their candidate, as Dr. Ighodalo, remained in the course that he was pursuing to make sure that he got the mandate. After the people of Edo State have spoken, generally, that choice was Senator Monday Okpebholo and Dennis Idahosa. So we waited. They went to the court, the tribunal, first of all. And then unanimously the tribunal ruled against Asun Ighodalo and PDP. They said no, that's not the end. That's number 2 judgment now. The people judged that they made their choice. That's their first judgment. The second judgment was the tribunal. 3-man judges against 0. So, and then they went to appeal court, which is the third. The appeal court also upheld the judgment of the tribunal. They said, no, it is not over. We're going to fight it. We're going to get the mandate. All right, they went to the Supreme Court. Now, today, the Supreme Court, which is the apex court in Nigeria, there is no other way to go. So, and the apex court also upheld the judgment of these other 3 judges. The people was number 1, the tribunal number 2, the appeal court number 3, and the 4th one, which is the overall Supreme Court, gave the mandate, fully affirmed distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo and his deputy, Dennis Idahosa, as the chosen one in Edo State. That's why we're here today. There's a lot of things going on, celebration, jubilation everywhere. Is the air is filled with joy in Edo State in the camp of Senator Monday Okpebholo and Sita Hausa, the APC generally, and Edo State, because this is the mandate they all come together during during the ballot. They all spoke in one voice that Senator Monday Okpebholo was going to be the governor, and he is the governor. So that's why we're here today uh, to actually let the people know, for those who are not aware yet. But I know that a lot of people out there already got the information from the court that the Supreme Court has affirmed the election of distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo. Mr. I'm no sorry, Chief Honorable Tony Ighodalo. What is going on? What do you know about this judgment today? What can you tell everybody listening to us?
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Joe Brown Idele-Ero. Thank you very much, and the viewers, thank you as well for your time and patience. So we celebrate you all. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, the Supreme Court of Nigeria on Thursday, the 10th of July, 2025, affirmed Senator Monday Okpebholo as the governor of Edo State, dismissing the appeal filed by the People Democratic Party, PDP, governorship candidate, Ighodalo. Yes. Ighodalo has come to the end of the tunnel. That is it. Final. So, in fact, this case shouldn't have gone to court in the first case. By all standard, this case wouldn't have gone to court because it lacks merit. It lacks substance. There was no point whatsoever to take such a case to court. But because Ighodalo was looking desperately to get into Sadebe Avenue through the back door, he was now blindfolded by the greed he had. He ignored every important advice that was given to him. We understand, and we understand Dino Melaye, Senator Dino Melaye, advised Ighodalo not to go to court because his mind was so focused on getting into Sadebe Avenue through the back door. He ignored that advice. He ignored so many people good advice and then went to court. Like you have already analyzed the court structure. He's been through 4 courts, different courts, and he lost all throughout. This did not come as a surprise, this very last one, because everybody knew quite clearly that Ighodalo case did not hold water at all and it lacks substance. But now he's come to the end of the road and he has no other courts to go to now in Nigeria because The apex court is the Supreme Court, is the highest court in the soil of Nigeria. First and foremost, the Edo people did not see this election, governorship election 2024, Edo State governorship election. They did not see it as Aswen Ighodalo's election. That's not Edo people's perspective about it. They didn't see it as Aswen's election. People perceive it as an election of Godwin Obaseki Tete. And this was collectively rejected by the Edo people. They didn't see it as Aswen Ighodalo because Aswen, he should not, he's not even supposed to be in the picture. In the first case, he has never been on ground. He don't know the road to his father's village in Ewoimi. He was only told that his father is from there. He knows nothing about Ewoimi. The only way he has to get to Ewoimi, that very evening he went there with the interpreter. They have to pick him up from the airport, and the driver navigates his way to get to Ewoimi. He didn't know nothing. He has never slept in that community one day. A 64-year-old man who has never spent one night in his father's community. So he was taking this election upon himself. No, not at all. Aswen, you have not been defeated. This defeat, just dedicate it to Godwin Obaseki. Because it's not your defeat at all. You didn't do us anything wrong in Edo State. We have nothing against you. Obaseki was told not to recommend anybody, that a failure cannot recommend his successor. He was told by Edo people that he should not recommend anybody. On the election day, go and cast your own vote. Don't recommend anybody to us. He didn't listen because he would never take no for an answer. Like the Benin will say, now that he now, he's now he can see road properly.
So there you go.
You cannot destroy our state the way you destroy our state and expect us to accept recommendation from you for your successor. No. We only accepted you, Godwin Obaseki, when you were recommended by Senator Adams Oshomole. That's the father of our state, political father of our state. We only accepted you because when you were recommended by Senator Adams Oshomole, simply because Adams Oshomole did very well. That was why we all received and welcomed you to the state. But after that, Adams Oshomole's recommendation, you started a new slate. You started your own. And you failed at the end of it. Therefore, you can't recommend. It is obvious that as a failure, you are still going to recommend a failure to us. That's why the Edo people said to you, please, just complete your 8 years and go. But don't recommend. You went and recommended Aswen Ighodalo. People advise Aswen not take this man's position. This guy, this Godwin Obaseki, even his own Obaseki family, he was just trading with their name. The Obaseki family have long rejected him. His father, his own biological father, kicked him out of their family home For 27 years, he was in exile. That is the more reason that you see Obaseki being in self-imposed exile today did not surprise the Edo people. He is used to going exile. He is very used to that life. His father did not allow him to come to a family home for 27 years. You can imagine that. He told him, don't take position from this man. Let me tell you, before the governorship election 21st of September, Godwin Obaseki has lost the plot. He was just a governor that was not a governor of Edo State. You see how he intimidated himself when he went to INEC during the election period. Edo people, they have all rejected and distanced away themselves away from Obaseki before that September election. With the advisors when don't take up this position. He was looking for somebody to offload that position to. He knew himself that the people were tired of him. They've all rejected him. They gave him different kind of name. Some call him a matter of trouble. Some call him Undan Okpebholo. Some people call Godwin Obaseki. They call him a boredom. A matter to a boredom. So this, yeah, all these things were going on.
All right, Honorable
Get involved with that man.
Honorable
There was
Chief
no
Tony
point at
Negro,
all.
Honorable Chief Tony Negro, please
So
give me
I
1
feel
second.
really sorry for Ighodalo because he has made himself vulnerable in the whole exercise. This is not supposed to be a problem in the first case. It's not.
All
Thank
right,
you
sir.
very much.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chief Tony Negro. If you are hearing me well,
Yes.
I'm going to bring you back in, and because right now our daddy in the house is a strong pioneering member of this platform. Just arrived, and we are still expecting more guests because I invited more people. They are on their way. But in the moment, let me just introduce our daddy, uh, the reggae superstar, the legendary reggae superstar, the strong activist that whose voice can never be closed. He is always there to tell the truth the way it is, say the way it is. He's not a politician. Everybody know that now. He's from the school of thought of the blessed memory Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Is a member of the shrine, and anybody that comes from the shrine wants that background always dishing out the truth to the people. They are always telling the truth to power, and don't forget to always respect my daddy here, my mentor, who I always is always my daddy. I call him my daddy. I'm his boy because he's my mentor musically, you know. So he brought us up, and we all appreciate him always. Presenting to you and this today's analysis, a special day of in Edo State in Nigeria, presenting to you our daddy, the legendary reggae superstar, Black Rice Osage. You're welcome to the Idele-Ero show.
Thank you very much, Honorable Idele-Ero. Thank you, Antonio Negro. You are all honorable in the house.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
guys.
Likewise. Thank you, man.
I really enjoy your analysis, saying it as it is. That's how it's supposed to be. I enjoyed you,
Thank
my
you.
brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, thank you, thank you.
Always, always. I appreciate you, sir. Always.
We
And
love you, man.
I'm
Thank
happy
you very
that
much. God
you're
bless
here
you.
today.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lord. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, this is the Idele-Ero show. We are celebrating this broadcast unusual because our broadcast is normally every Saturday. But if we have anything that we need to bring before you, the people, because we are here for all of you. We are not paid to do this program. Don't forget that. Now we are not no propaganda here. Nothing, no false propaganda. Wherever you have our daddy, Black Rice, believe and know it that the truth is being said in that platform. My name is Idele-Ero, and like I said, I'm still expecting some guests to show us. Show up here so that we can all discuss this matter together. Even you in the audience, you are very, very welcome. You are free to give us a call. You are free to make your comment. Go to the comment box and tell us how you feel about today's judgment, Supreme Court judgment. Now, this is the topic that there was an election in Edo State, Nigeria, 21st of September 2024. The people spoke unanimously that they want our governor. They gave the mandate to our governor, Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, and his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa. They gave them their mandate, unanimous judgment. That's number one. Then the Obaseki PDP, Obaseki faction of the PDP, let me put it that way, because there were two factions already. It was broken down by Obaseki's coming into PDP. So, and they said no. They encouraged Dr. Aswa Ighodalo to go to court. They went to court. They went to the tribunal, and guess what? The tribunal also ruled, just like the people ruled, that Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo was the governor. They said no. Obaseki, PDP, and Aswa Ighodalo, they said no. They said, hey, we are not going to give it up. We need the mandate so bad. They pushed Dr. Aswa Ighodalo to go to the appeal court. And guess what? They went to the appeal court. The appeal court upheld the judgment of the people, the judgment of the tribunal. They said, oh no, it's not going to end up here. We have an apex court in Nigeria. Let's go. They pushed him again, and they went to the Supreme Court. But guess what happened? Today of all day, the Supreme Court finally nailed it and said, Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo and Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa are the governor and the deputy governor of Edo State. So there has been a celebration all the way in Edo State today, actually in all over Nigeria. And as a matter of fact, for those who cherish this judgment in diaspora, everybody's rejoicing. So that's where we are. That is where we are. I'm gonna shoot you some pictures of the situation on ground today. I've seen the whole crowd. Here we go. Watch this. The whole crowd today cheering and celebrating. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You can see the smiles on their faces. Senator Monday Okpebholo Right Honorable Dennis Idausa and the rest crew member. Look how they are celebrating. All right, here we go. Even the former deputy governor, Felicia Ibu, also joined the race. They are all in happy mood. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this right here. This is him. This is the man of the moment. Senator Monday Okpebholo. That's him right there. Okay. And then we have a lot of them. I have a lot of pictures to show to you. This is the two guys, that merited this judgment today. Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo. You can see the smiles on the right honorable Dennis Idausa's face right there. Those are the two guys. And here is our brother, according to Chief Honorable Tony Negro, who refused to take the advice and pushed on from the first judgment of the people, which was the mandate, went to the court, the tribunal, and went to the appeal court, and today the final judgment nailed by the Supreme Court. We are so sorry. We are sorry to hear that. Anyhow, whatever it is, please just take it the way it is. And there's more time. We will advise you to join the people and join the state governor and his deputy and the executive of those state government to move Edo State forward, because Edo is rising again. Yeah, that's what we have here. So I want to quickly bring in my daddy, our brother here, our activist. He's not a politician. Don't forget about that now. Legendary reggae superstar, Black Rice Usagi. Yes, sir. What have you heard so far? What do you see so far about today's judgment, final judgment on Edo State governorship race?
Thank you very much. All I hear is all I'm hearing from you now, because really and truly, I know we stand with our Oba. We stand with our King, our Godhead on earth. So that man was just being naive to think he will win. He can't win from the people. When the people have decided that, okay, you are not the one we want, they are not the man we want, and you went to the other court, another court. If you like, go to the court of in The Hague. Go to The Hague. They still tell you go back to Nigeria. That's where your trouble is. So until he takes the albatross away from his neck, that is the person of Obaseki, we don't even need him in 2030, whatever. She'll come back. Unless he says, okay, he's no more with Obaseki, then we know that he started calling himself by his father's name, So it's a pity that he has wasted all this money. I know they had money, they have stolen some money from some places, and they have to spend it. It's just that they are spending it on the wrong thing and wrong places. The Oba has said that he is satisfied with this governor. So the judges, they are listening. If we are supposed to be doing things in the normal sense, we're not supposed to have these little boys on top of our alma. We have a king in what is it called? Monaco. Monaco is in France. They still have president in France. They have the king in France. You cannot rule over the king. That's what it's supposed to be. They should have used Nigeria as a kind of another stage another point in time to say we have a king and a president. The Oba of Benin is supposed to be there as the ruler of that kingdom. Even though they say, okay, let that kingdom be a part of the Nigerian system. We don't mind. But to be dragging our Oba into politics, it's uncalled for. Once the Oba speaks, that's what we want to believe. The Oba says it and we take it. All these governors, all these court rulings, they are not necessary. The Oba has said it. That's all they follow. You have to follow what the Oba says. You know? So it's a pity that this man is still dragging foot and he wants to be relevant. Politics is not like that. He has to know. Let them teach him what he should know. You know? So it's a pity he has lost some money, lost his credibility too now. You know, so it's going to take a long time before he recovers from all these losses. I give thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you as always, our daddy, Black Rice Society. That was a very beautiful one right there, you know, and you have said it all. And the Nikau has spoken.
Yes.
And, you know, so where are we? So that's the thing. But you see, I personally, you know, I gave my own little advice that the election, according to what my brother Chito Negro has said earlier, it wasn't all about Dr. Ighodalo. It was just a victim of circumstance. You know, we had this serial betrayer, and who never failed in his job as a betrayer. You know, so and actually, he came up with it. He betrayed everybody that could be betrayed by him. And at the end of the day, guess what? He betrayed his own very good friend that he was trying to push forward. How are you going to, Tony Negro, please be still. Chief Tony, please be still. How are you going to be able to you know, bring up a successor when you were not successful? The people didn't like you. Your coming in actually was a mistake. It was an error. It was an error made by our political father, according to Chief Tony Negro. You know, he made that mistake, and I am so happy for our political father in Edo State. I'm talking about Senator Adams Oshomole, that he has been able to redeem himself. At the end of the day, when he realized his mistake, and then he started, you know, retracing his steps back to say, oh no, the people didn't like what I did, and I'm going to make sure I do what would make the people happy. And right now, I can tell you, that's why you see everybody is in joyful mood in Edo State and basically all over the world. Yeah, because the betrayer betrayed himself, betrayed everybody, and betrayed his own very good friend that he tried to bring forward. There is no way, I say, let me repeat that again, that you cannot bring a successor when you are not successful. Underline, and that's the bottom line about what we're talking about here. So I know that somebody is trying to come in, one of the guests that I invited, a very, very great political analyst is on his way. He'll be here in a minute. I'm going to turn the microphone over now back to Chief Honorable Tony Negro to continue with the analysis. Today, we understand that the judgment has affirmed distinguished Senator Okpebholo and his deputy as those to continue the running of the state, Edo State. What else do you think the people need to know about this judgment? Because every time I hear some people, we see some people on the internet say, update. Oh, so now where is the update today? Where are they? Those people that were, you know, whose voice were so loud, the false propagandists all over. Where are they today? What is going on? It looks like their camp is kind of quiet. So what do you think? Tony Negro, come on with it. Chief Tony
Yeah,
Negro, are you
thank you
still
very
there?
much, Honorable Ero. Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
And
Please,
thank you
please
very much.
be still. Try to
The
stabilize yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? I'm talking.
Yes. Go ahead.
We can hear you well.
I'm still now. I'm still.
Okay.
And I hope you can hear me clearly.
We can
Right.
hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you. The Edo people, as a part, the, yeah, they don't have anything against Barrister Aswen
Ighodalo.
Aswen Ighodalo, you know. Sometimes we forget his name now because his name is no longer of the Edo people, you know. So that is the way it goes now. Yeah, because he has taken so much of our time, dragging us through the water. But at the end of the day, he has already ended up as a failure now. Just like our daddy Black Rice said that he has come to the end of the road now. So no more trouble, no more problem. But like I keep saying, you know, Asma Godao should please dedicate this failure to Godwin Obaseki. It's not your failure at all. It's Godwin Obaseki's failure. It was a third term negotiation by Godwin Obaseki, not yourself, Asma Ighodalo. So, like, you still have the room now to retract your steps. You know, like our daddy just said, you have to now try to stand on your own. Distance yourself from Godwin Obaseki. Distance yourself from him. If his own family, the Obaseki, can distance themselves away from him, is it you that is going to carry Obaseki on your head? So please try and offload him. Let him go with his bad lifestyle that everybody know him to have. So let him carry on with that. He's hiding now and celebrating 68-year birthday about 5 or 6 days ago. So that birthday will continue to be celebrated in hidden environment. He continue to hide to celebrate his birthday. So now, Edo people, thank you very much. I can see the joy and jubilation in every quarter of Edo State. So it's going to be very, 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 very tough as from tomorrow because we understand that the governor will be coming into the state tomorrow. So there's going to be everywhere is going to be, you know, full of jubilations all over the place. We continue to encourage you and ask our governor after dancing for like 3 days, he should go back to work and carry on with the work, the good work he has already started in Edo State. We really appreciate you. Our guy, our daddy, Black Rice, the smile in his face tonight is I can't really, it's like, you know, it is just it's quite amazing the way he's smiling. He's so happy. Everything has come to an end now. Edo people,
Yes.
we thank you all so much. We appreciate you. We love you. The diaspora said big hello to all of you back home. Thank you very much.
Give thanks.
Thank you.
God bless you, my brother Chief Tony Negro. You see, now we are all smiling, we are all laughing and all that stuff, you know. We're you know, you see, we're celebrating. We're, you know, we are right here very cheerful. And because why? Some people never want this state to move forward. Regardless of what it is, the governor is the governor, you know. No matter how you rate him, whether you are rating his age or you are rating his educational background or you are, you know, whatever, you are rating his ability. I mean, that don't matter anymore because the people gave him the mandate unanimously. They spoke in one voice that this is their choice. And as a matter of fact, that doesn't mean that the other candidates were not qualified. They were. They were qualified. That's the reason why we are calling on all of them now to come together, and join hands in building a better state. So we've been there. We all have been there. Look at my brother here, Chief Nigo. He knows. I have been there myself. I've been through elections 1, 2, 3 times, but it's not over yet. We have not been given the chance. At this time, doesn't mean that we do not have another chance. That's the advice given by our legendary reggae superstar, Black Rice, just a minute ago, that it is not over. He can go and, relax. Relax, think for a moment, take a deep breath, and probably, come back again next time because this time may not be his. So it is not anything that is worth dying for, actually. Even though you may have good intention for the people, but at this time, this is what the people has said. They want somebody different from what they have seen because they all believe that. I think the reason behind this is that if they give it to Dr. Aswan Ighodalo, it is like giving the mandate back to the Obaseki that they all rejected. I tell you, because the whole state, everybody rejected Obaseki. So why would they accept anybody that is bringing? So regardless of whoever is coming in, they will say, well, it don't matter. Let's try that. Let's go for that. We are tired of this third term, intention of Obaseki. That's what happened there. So, Doctor, my brother, my daddy, Black Rice Society.
Yes, sir.
What do you think? What do you think the state will look like now that the judgment has come in favor of Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo, and what do you think the relationship is going to be between the state government and the traditional, like the Benin Traditional Council?
Yeah, it's going to be very cordial because this is what we have been yearning for. And the governor now has the full power, mandate to do what he has intended to do, the good things he has in mind to do for the state. So we're not going ahead now to build our museum or get the museum running. So one of the few things we need on behalf of the palace to get our culture and tradition running. I just said the Oba is supposed to be the governor or the ruler of the state, like what is happening in Monaco. And some other places where kings are still running, like Holland. They have a king and a prime minister, like England. We are in a good footing. I don't want a situation where we'll be under one man or one entity in the north or in the south or in the west. We are who we are. We've been there before these people came up. The governor now has the power, the permission to carry on his duty, do the things he wants to do for the state. You have all the resources, you have all the backing of the people, the traditional rulers, the Oba of Benin. So there's no more fear, no need to walk and look back anymore. You're not looking back, forward ever, backward never. All the bridges you want to build the bridges. So that's all he has to do. He doesn't have to look back or think of going to any court. There's no more court. You're not a courtist.
So take your mind off all those things and go ahead with your programs.
Yes.
That's all we need. And bless Jah.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Already what the governor and his team need to do right now is that, when the storm is over, everyone will now be calm. Everyone will now remain calm, and then we'll have to re-strategize. The state, the people of Edo State has witnessed a little bit of progress, developmental progress in the state. That is just a tip on the iceberg right there. They know that this governor is going to do more, way more better. Look at just about 6 or 7 months into the government. The man has had his footprint everywhere. Flyovers, roads, reconstruction of roads, repairs of roads, and markets. We talked about market a couple of days ago on this show. There are other. We're just talking about what is happening in the state capital, but guess what? It is being replicated everywhere in the state. Everywhere in the state, you go to Ekpoma, you go to Auchi, you go to all these major cities. They're all witnessing progress. I see them social media body jubilating, thanking the governor for coming their way to construct a road that will lead them from one place to the other. So these are signs of good things that is yet to come. Better things, much better things that is yet to come. We have, it's just, okay, the first tenure is 4 years. If you do well, we are going to give you the second term. Those states will do that. They will not fail because they don't fail to reward those who do them right. So that one is on the way. That is on the way. So in this first term, we are just like 6 or 7 months into it. For 4 years, this man has done these wonders. Now, think about what his performance over time in the next 3.5 years. So, Honorable Tony Negro, I think I will roll the microphone over to you now. The people, the Obasaki PDP, that were saying their mandate. I personally, in this platform, even before the election, right after the election, when I heard, give me my mandate. Let me ask you a question. Do you give what you do not have? Is that a possibility? When they say, when they were demanding for their mandate, I just couldn't understand that. How do you demand for what you have never? The umpire of the game, which is INEC. INEC is the one that conducted the election, and they came up after collecting the results of the how the people voted, how they gave their own money, who they want to vote for. They collected the results. INEC collected the results and said, right, Senator, Distinguished Senator Okpebholo and Denise Denise Dausa won the election. That's INEC. They are the one that conducted the election. They said they are the one that won the election. And they didn't mention you. And yet your people keep saying, no, our mandate. Where is your mandate? Did you have one before? That's so funny. I'm like, I've been looking for people. I've been everywhere. I've been to Google. I've been everywhere to find out. If you were not given mandate, how do you demand for that mandate that you were not originally given? That's it. So I can't comprehend it. So, Honorable Tony Negro, can you throw light on the? I'm having I think my brother here is trying to get in, Comrade Aruna, but it looks like his device is not connected yet. I think he's still working on it, but we'll hear from him soon as he get connected. But let me ask you this: give our mandate. Dr. Ighodalo is coming. He's coming. Where did he go before? Where was the mandate that was given to them? He is coming, he is coming, he's coming. Now that the game is over, you and I, we are sports people, We play football. You and I, we play football. And the field, when we have challenge, for example, one team is challenging the other. You know how it is when we started from primary school. Okay, and up to when we quit football. Now, oh great, I'm able to have you now. So when the referee blow his whistle and say it is a goal, right? How are you going to tell the referee that he made a wrong judgment when he saw it with his? So he is the one that decides whether it's a goal or not. And he said it's a goal. So who are you to say it is not a goal? That's where we are now. Can you tell me something about that? Before I bring you in, I'm going to introduce my very own strong political analyst, a strong APC big wig. APC big wig. When I mean big wig, yeah, these are the people that matter in the party. I'm talking about Comrade Haruna. He is here with us. I know that his video is probably not showing up here. If you can hear me, Comrade Haruna Brahimo, you are welcome to the Idele-Ero show. I just sent the invitation to him a minute ago, and here he is. Comrade Haruna Brahimo, you're welcome to the Idele-Ero show. You've been here before.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
God bless you. So today we witnessed another victory for distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo and Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, and generally for the APC. And you are one of those that matters in that party. That's the reason why I quickly send this invitation to you to come and lend your voice on this victory broadcast. The victory broadcast. That's what we are doing right now. So I understand that you are still working on your device, to get connected. But in the meantime, Chief Tony Negro. So can you tell us about what I was asking? How do you demand for what you never had? You said you had it. Can you please throw more light on that? You are a great political analyst and a sociology expert. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Ero. Actually, we have friends and family within the People Democratic Party, PDP. We have friends and family who are in that very political party. To be honest, most of them agree with us that Aswan Ighodalo lost the election. The man who really headed the propaganda is Tony Azegbeme, who was at that time the PDP Edo State party chairman. He's the one that really started this propaganda, because he said that was the only way he could survive further. By that court case, he can extract money from Aswan Ighodalo, who have himself and Obaseki have shared a lot of stolen money between themselves. So, Azegbeme started that propaganda. And I don't know, this is where I really get confused. Why would Aswan Ighodalo be taking advice from somebody like Tony Azegbeme, who has nothing to offer? He has no self-confidence. He can't even express himself properly. I don't know why Aswan fall to his tricks. It was the same propaganda he took to court and lost all the way. So not all the PDP members were really in, after that case. He has to take money to convince some people to come and bear witness for him in court. One of them is that Ifaluyi Isibo. Ifaluyi Isibo lives in my community where I was born in Use. His father's house and my house in Use. It's about 3 minutes walk in between them. You understand? That guy only just joined the party when his father was ill. They have to like go to Bateki to find position for that very Ifaluyi Isibo in order to have money to take or look after his father. That's how he was made a commissioner. If you look at the time that Ifaluyi Isibo was made a commissioner, it's like a year to Obaseki's departure. You understand? I think it's the last commissioner Obaseki installed before he left office. Nothing else that put that guy into politics than when they begged Obaseki to use his son to help Ifaluyi Isibo when he was ill. His father, Ifaluyi Isibo, lives in my community. So we know they are not from that community, but that is where they live. Just after how he can inherit his father's property, he was not, even when neighbors and they were all still mourning the dad, he was jumping up and down for the house he left for him. He joined as a woman to bear false witness in court. He should have been arrested right there at the court. They shouldn't have allowed him to leave the courtroom. They should have locked him up. That is how Isaac organized all the kangaroo witnesses to support Isaac Ighodalo, and they have lost now completely. So, if you watch recently, Isaac has been trying to carry on with that same propaganda. Every time he tried to make propaganda, the PDP would debunk him now. Because Danobi does not believe in propaganda. You know Danobi how he works. He's a very tough politician. He will call a spade by its name, spade. So that is where we are. Please don't take it like, PDP is just arguing. They are not arguing at all. They didn't challenge it. It was just few people, like someone like Isaac Beme, that brought all this problem, all this court problem. Aswan Ighodalo don't even know PDP members. He don't know them.
You might be right about that.
Anyway, Ighodalo don't know. He has not been on board.
I'm gonna stop you real quick so that I can bring in our own brother, the APC chieftain, the very strong voice of the APC. And this man, he fought very, 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 very hard for the party. And he fought to ensure that distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo win the election. I remember he appeared on this show, this program, and he overwhelmed the audience. The challenger actually was weak. He couldn't just do anything to to get along with what this gentleman here was saying, because they thought it was a joke. But this guy came and whipped them all and analyzed the reason why distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo and his deputy will win the election. I remember I brought him to this show and he performed excellently well. Unfortunately, he's not going to be on video right now. He's not on video. I don't know if he's working on that. I'm talking about a great political analyst and a strong and APC chieftain, comrade Haruna Brimo. So, what do you think? How is the atmosphere today after the final judgment from the Apex Court, the Supreme Court of Nigeria?
Wadomo. Wadomo. Edo where Arabiamono enegbe agbada giasi lo webu. And I think that is the joy that is going on in Edo State at the moment, and starting from Abuja, where we went for the Supreme Court. Yeah, it's I listened to you, and I listened to the chief that just spoke. It's unfortunate they had to go on this trajectory of delusion, because it's actually delusion to have challenged this election in courts, because what the lower court, the tribunal, said in the very first time is exactly what the appeal court said, and appeal court took it further to even correct the tribunal entirely in areas of beavers, which we have always been saying that beavers has a limited role to play in election as far as the Electoral Act of 2022 is concerned, because the act did not extend or expand the responsibility of beavers beyond confirmation or accreditation of voters cards. Beavers is just to confirm your voters card, to accredit, to acknowledge that you, or an affirmation that you in the voters card, you are readed and interpreted, you are the right party that is qualified to exercise your franchise. And beavers' role in the election ends there. If there is any other mechanical, technical, or technological input that is, or mechanism inside the beavers machine that relate to transmission of result, whatever, that has not been activated as far as the law is concerned. Beavers ends there. Today again, from the appeal court to the Supreme Court, it has also been affirmed that the role of beavers ends at that level. And by extension, they committed a fallacy of verification and error of misplaced contractness for them to dump unknown beavers. Before the election, we raised the alarm that they have bribed some persons in the ICT unit in INEC, and some beavers material were released to them. They were mopping up voters' cards from populace, from their people in Edo State, in the name of different empowerment program. You drop your voters' card before you access the money. They use those voters' cards to run their own accreditation with the beavers they've collected. If you remember, immediately after election, they wanted to, on 2 occasions, they attempted to come and dump the beavers at INEC. And APC, including the Ebo Stone and Tony Kabaka, resisted it. That was the crisis that was brewing that make the government to transfer the tribunal to Abuja, because they wanted to go and drop that alien beavers they've already used. They perfected their move just to announce fake results. But they could not, because the real INEC was not in collusion with them. INEC was doing their referee work. Just like you have said, referee saw the goal. And if you remember, on the day of election, the governor tried as much as possible to come and influence the result at Collation Center, which is an aberration and then against the law, that a player, an interest holder in an election, does not come to Collation Center. Yes, your agent is represent you there. He tried as much as possible, and he came there at 3 a.m. and he was walked out. These were frantic efforts, the last minute effort of those drowning clowns in an attempt to manipulate the process. After they failed in this aspect, they took it further to go and admit, still brought the beavers, because the law says they have how many weeks for all the parties in an election to go and inspect election material at INEC. All parties, not limited to the petitioner. All parties in the petition, which include Labour, APC, PDP, whatever, ADC, everybody that participated in that election should agree and jointly inspect the voting material, the material used for the election. That was pre-tribunal preliminary sittings. And in that process, they did other things and left beavers deliberately, because the beavers they wanted to dump in the court is not the beavers that INEC used to conduct the election. They have their own beavers they perfected. But they were making effort to come and on 3 occasions they came with 3 different vans of healers. We blocked them at Aduawa there, INEC office. They could not force their way to drop it. So they now, like the Supreme Court said today, when you are tendering evidence that involve everybody, for example, what are these evidence that involve all parties? Evidence like result sheets. Every result sheet, validity of a result sheet is established only when all parties in the election sign the results. You presented how many numbers of result sheets that only PDP signed? About 16 result sheets you presented. Now only 3, now all parties signed. The rest, only PDP. Resident officer did not sign. And you call that evidence. And they were clapping in delusion before now that since those evidence were admitted, it will be sustained. They never realized that under the law of evidence of 2015, admissibility of an evidence does not establish the validity of an evidence. If you admit an evidence means, okay, I've allowed you as a petitioner to bring what you have. It's my responsibility as the judge to examine it, whether that evidence is material, whether it's relevance, whether it has integrity, whether it's consistent with the realities of things, and so on and so forth. If that evidence lacks merit, that admitted it does not make the evidence valid. They fail in that aspect. Then the beavers machine, they ought to sort APC and other parties that this is the beavers machine we use in the election. We've all consented that it should be admitted in evidence. No, they did not do that. They went through the bar. They admitted the beavers machine through the bar.
Yes, sir. We are listening.
Nigeria Network.
Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, you all have, everybody listening. That's the way he came into this studio last year.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir, we can hear you. Comrade, go ahead.
All right. Using global concept of evidence, leaving the specifics, and the court let them know that as far as every interested party in this your item of evidence is involved in this case, you cannot drop the evidence in isolation of the parties that are involved, because beavers machine affects the integrity of the election that involve all parties. It's not limited to the PDP or to ISWA. If it was limited in specific, then you could say under the global concept, it can be globally admitted, whether through electronic media or whatever medium. But since it affects every other party, every party must have seen it and agreed that it should be admitted. So they went through the back door. This is through their lawyer to admit it through the back. And that was why the Supreme Court, again, just like what the appeal court did, the Supreme Court affirmed the appeal court in relation to that and nullified it, and reaffirmed the position that beavers is for accreditation and it ends there. Hence, the second respondent or the first respondent, which is the INEC, have confirmed in their CTC, certified true copy of results, that correspond the total result calculated or collated correspond with the accredited and are spread across the parties involved. Everything is correct in their own beaver. You that brought the beavers, you dump in the court. The ANEC have said these beavers are earlier today. They don't know these beavers. You have not been able to open the beavers to demonstrate and explain to the court how these beavers play a role in you winning the election that you are claiming you won. You just dump it. It is not the responsibility of the court to go and engage a technical officer or an high-tech IT expert to come and expunge your beavers machine. He who allege the onus is of such to prove, and proving means you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. That was how that aspect also was relegated. Now coming to the validity of the election, you said the election should be should be declared invalid. In one suit, you said the election did not meet the basic requirement as specified in the electoral act section 37. And the judge, in their own wisdom, have explained the qualification. What criteria do you use to disqualify an election or a candidate? You did not say they should disqualify the candidate. For an election to be valid, the election must have met the basic requirement of the electoral act, which is INEC is the umpire there to determine if it met or. And in their pronouncement, when they were announcing the result, they said, have you satisfied the electoral act and gotten the respective highest votes on majority and cutting across to third majority of the local government of the state, yes, you are hereby declared winner of the election and return elected. They rely on the law. In what 4,500 and something, I mean 4,030 polling units are in Edo State. You are challenging about 300 and something, and you brought evidence, documented evidence, and co. You brought 19. Out of the 19, 16 constitute result sheets, and other people you brought, they were never in the election. PW12, which is the star witness of the whole process, will say Aneni son, never.
It was Isaac Bime that organized all those people. Yeah, Isaac Bime.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I know just like as you were saying, I was just smiling because we know from Grapevine how much they collected. The likes of Ohilebo, Ose, and the other one, the one you mentioned his name, who is an recalcitrant loser. And very funny character. So we know, yeah, you follow you see, but we know all of them. These are I call them political chichidodo. Today he was in labor castigating Obaseki for many years. They are flippants. He was insulting Obaseki all through. Few years ago, just like you've explained, before you say Jack, a year to Obaseki's expiration, tenure expiration, he was in PDP shouting Eureka, Eureka. Shouting hallelujah, becoming a data boy, hallelujah boy for him. Yesterday was the day before that day was calling for Obaseki's head. We know all these people, you know. It's unfortunate, but thank God this is the most direct judgment I have seen as far as election is concerned in Nigeria when it comes to litigation, because evidence was not substantiated, was immaterial, irrelevant. Out of 4,000, so you cannot even get 50 people. You can't even dispute, and you say they should declare you winner. Upon the same election, you are calling invalid. If the court, let's assume that the Supreme Court invalidated the election, in the same soup, in the same petition, that you are praying the court to invalidate an election, to tell you that these people, I don't know the kind of weed they smoke. You want the court to invalidate your to invalidate an election, and you want the court to declare you winner.
Yes.
You remind me of the proverbial Solomon wisdom.
You can't prove your case. You want them to take your distance.
Exactly. You want them to declare you winner. You cannot even prove your case. So it's a victory for the majority of Edo people. And going forward, we have to put our party, our government on its toe for constructive engagement, for social contract strengthening, and to deliver on good governance. I thank God. I have told the governor. I met him 2 hours ago. He went from Supreme Court. We went to his house, and later came back around like 3 hours ago to see him one-on-one before I left to my place. He's going to hit the ground running. He hit the ground running before. He's going to sustain the momentum to deliver on all ongoing projects. And in the next 1 year, we would have a cause to rejoice. And like Epa have said, we fought a factional group, Obaseki and Azegbeni led faction of a party, not PDP. Because we know PDP right from time. When the Kulu one of Africa, Chief Danobi, yes, he's my leader. We don't joke with him in a donut. Even Oshomo does not joke with him in a donut. So it's a universal Kulu one. When he was playing opposition to Oshomole, we knew what opposition was all about. He will come with fact. Exactly. He will come with fact. He will come on air. He will be giving date, data, everything. You know, Obaseki just came, destroyed APC, went to PDP, scattered the whole house. Just brought his fellow plan work crooner of 90s. I wanted to consolidate profligacy in Edo State. And thank God, though we are wise, we are very conservative states. So we were able to withstand them and stood against, because if they had succeeded, I was a consultant to the Edo State Asset Verification Committee. I knew the petition. I had to submit all the allegations I made during election on this your program. I went further after election. Yeah. All those things I was mentioning that the other EPA was arguing with me. I told you I deal with facts. I'm an national auditor. I'm a chartered accountant. Right. We do with facts. So we just thank God we escaped a huge bullet. Those guys finished at those states. As we speak today, Saidi Hotel, the former Saidi Center in Sample Road near Bouvet Filling Station. Obaseki just bought it 3.5 billion. Imagine. Lebanese are working there day and night.
Is it another place in 30 Circular?
30 Circular is that the opposite Imaro House near Idele-Ero Education Center.
I've entered that compound. There are so many buildings inside that compound, you know.
Exactly.
I've entered that place
you know
once.
what is going on there now? One of my clients, I'm an auditor to a company that is a consultant building the fountains and swimming pool there and all that. You know, if you come to Abuja, see the international hospital that they are building, all being run by Lebanese. You see white people, you don't even see a black man. So it will be hard so you cannot imagine how much they rape the states. Are we going to talk of Okomo? I wrote the petition on Presco that made the shareholders to come and visit the governor. How can you give 36,000 acres of land to a company that is already existing in Edo State? On what grounds? You did not tell us.
I hope our brother Sami Erio will listen to this program today. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be shared everywhere on social media anyway. I am so happy that I was able to bring your voice back in here, even at the last minute when this program was already going on. And I'm happy that you showed up. Now, it is always good to be informed. I always tell people on this program, be informed, be aware of what is going on in your environment. This man here is so versatile. He knows what he's talking about. When he came before the election, and he took my brother, Sami Erio, on a challenge. And Sami Erio had no answer to many things that was proven by Comrade Aruna Braimo, just the way he's articulating things right now. You see, I say many times I say, listen, manipulation is not validation. Manipulation is not validation. They could not validate, they could not substantiate what they brought forward as evidence. As a matter of fact, what he said, they tried to, because that time they were still occupying the government house. So they thought they could use that opportunity to impose many things on INEC, and it did not work out. We were on the lookout. The APC, they were on the lookout. So they were able, to stand their their tricks, their falsehood, and it didn't work for them. At the end of the day, the people spoke, and INEC, who was the umpire and was going to be a very good umpire, they declared the result. And after that, number one, number two, they went to the court. Number three, they went to hold on, they went to the appeal court. After that, after the appeal court, guess what happened? Now they said no, it's not over. They pushed him and pushed him and pushed him. They went to the Supreme Court, the apex court. Now, today, the game is over. I don't know where they're going to go again. Maybe they will try to take the challenge to the world court. Where they will not be entertained. Where they will not be entertained anyway. So
take time, I beg.
So when they are saying PDP, no, I always tell people, I try to correct it. We know the science behind politics. We know it, even though I have not been given the chance, and I'm still going to continue. So look, it was Obaseki PDP. The PDP, he came to ruin the PDP that was in existence in the state. Once he came into the party, then he disengaged everything with his betrayal. This man here, everybody know him. When he was in APC, he scattered the whole place. Then they deployed him to PDP. They were warned that this man you are bringing in here, beware of him. Beware of him, beware of him. They didn't. How in the world would you even think that you win an election when you lost the 3 senatorial elections? You didn't win anything. Out of the 7 seats also in the House of Reps, you only managed to get one. That one, we know how it happened. We know how that happened. They kind of they maneuver and said, oh, it was what do you call it? They canceled the election. I said they were going to. That's how they were able to manage to get.
They call it rerun.
Well, whatever it was. So think about it. If it was in the Western world that you failed to get a single seat in the 3 senatorial districts, they would have forced him to resign. That's it. Because how are you going to win? Is these 3 senatorial that made the state, Edo South, Edo Central, and Edo North? You did not get a seat out of it. And that was so shameful. He should have honorably resigned that governorship that time. But he didn't do it because of pride. And then his betrayal continued. He is called a traveler, like my brother just said. They thought they could come from the back door that they did before. They conned the people. They scammed the people of Edo State way back in the 80s, and then they left. So now they went to kind of recoup and said, oh, let's come back again to a governorship. They entered the governorship, the state government, through an advisory role. I think they said, what was their role again? They said himself was economic advisor or something. The same thing with Dr. Ighodalo. They said they were economic advisors.
They created Idele-Ero.
Idele-Ero and all that stuff. So, and then they entered through that back door. Then our comrade, our leader, didn't understand. He didn't know who he was. They brought him in. But like I said earlier, if you listen to me, I am so happy. I'm comrade Oshomole should be the happiest person at this moment because he's been able to redeem himself, because he has been fighting hard to ensure that he win the people's mind back, because they said he was the one that brought Obaseki from nowhere. I can tell you, if you mention his name, nobody know him in that state. After they scam the people, they ran back to Lagos or wherever they were. And that's the same thing he just did now. After they lost this election, he has run into hiding, into exile, self-exile. So, well, that's the much we can talk about that anyway. So again, the jubilation is everywhere right now. Comrade Brimo, I know you are familiar with the face of our daddy here on this platform today. I'm talking about our 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 daddy, the activist, the great reggae superstar, Black Rice Society. I think you're familiar with that name and the face. You must have seen him
Yeah.
before. Okay,
I
so
was looking at the face. Yeah, I was actually looking
yeah,
at it.
yeah, it's a great Beni son, and who doesn't play with the traditional institution in our state. So he's a man that everybody know everywhere in the world. He's from the school of our later, I mean, Fela Nicola Pokuti, he belonged to that shrine. So these are people that still hold on to the fact of that shrine. It's a Black Rice
Yes.
Society, so I just want to quickly introduce that to you. And you are familiar with the face of Chief Anthony Negro,
Yes.
Erado.
Yes. Yes.
So though he's based in the UK, and all of us belong to the same party, yourself, myself, and Chief Tony Negro. We don't want to go into history. We don't want to go back to what Obaseki did to us. Both of us,
I
we are
know.
from
And
the
telling you, we're
exactly. So that is the thing. So nobody want to be happy with that gentleman. We're happy that everything is over now. So it is now time for us to move forward. I want to ask you this question, Comrade Brimo. Now that the storm is over, the governor, I know he needs a couple of days to kind of cool down his head because the storm is over now. You guys are there to advise him. We need him. We need him and the team, generally, all of y'all, to make sure that the people are not disappointed. Why do I say this? He's following his agenda. He's doing pretty well. So far, so good. If you want to compare apple to apple, at this time, during the time of Obaseki, nothing was done. There was not even a state executive constituted. So by now, he has gone way ahead above all that. Anyway, so we want to make sure that we are not disappointed, the people are not disappointed, that everything that we promised, even if we cannot do all, majority of that should be done to make the people happy, to put smiles in people's face once again. That's what I want to ask you now. That what do you think is going to happen in the next days to come?
yeah. Days to come or weeks to come or before this month end, there's gonna be a shift in the direction of governance in Edo State. First of all, the remaining positions of commissioners will be filled. The nominees will be, I believe, by then, by August, we should be done with constitution of the state cabinet completely, and you saw some of the ones that have been renovated so far. I know you'll be seeing it on social media. The Army Day Secondary School, the primary school, and all that. He started 100 schools in 100 days. That he want to start reconstruction and rehabilitation of schools. As that was going on, he reviewed the STAR projects, Edo Star Jobs project. Obaseki deceived Edo people that under the Edo Best, he was recruiting teachers, and he recruited more than 3,000 teachers under Edo Best for education and Edo jobs generally. And he posted some of them, he posted these teachers to school, and those that were not teachers, he posted them to different agencies, like even Board of Inland Revenue and other agencies. And as Okpebholo has realized, you cannot build infrastructure without having or equipping your school with the right teachers. Like you heard during the May Day celebration, he has approved the absorption of these more than 3,000 Edo Star jobs that were hitherto under contract staff. They are now full staff of Edo State. With full entitlement, any minimum wage, because Edo State minimum wage now is 75,000 naira, he added 5,000 naira to it, which, remember, minimum wage does not mean a graduate in Edo State earns 75,000.
Yes, you are getting these quietness because of the network. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
You can hear me right now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
All right, so he has absorbed this staff, and in government house, across the ministries and parastatals, secretarial building and co, they outsource some of the jobs, clerical jobs, gardeners, cleaners, messengers. He was outsourcing them to some of his friends in Lagos, HRO consultants. While those outsourced firms were paying Edo workers 25,000, 30,000 naira.
Yeah.
Okpebholo came now and said, convert all of them to regular civil servants. They are not just entitled to minimum wage. They have access to the gratuity. They are not doing pensionable job. They are all enrollees under the health scheme. And again, that is another plus, talking about working for the masses. And during the campaign, he made a promise or an agreement with the market women that he was going to come directly to them. 2 months ago, he announced 1 billion for market women grants, interest-free grants to all market women, which all the templates, you don't need any special way. You don't need to be APC, PDP. Just get to your local government headquarters, because you don't need to come to Benin. Go to your local government headquarters, ask about the office that is in charge, fill in the necessary documents. A lot of testimonies have been going on there because they commenced the implementation last month, which is June. That is for the market women. So far, welfareist economy-driven policies, because you need to empower the economy. Because the broadening economic program is Edo State Economic Empowerment and Development Strategies. If you don't empower the economy, you cannot develop the economy. When you empower an economy, the marginal propensity, the PPP, the purchasing power of citizens will improve. When their purchasing power improve, the circular flow of income will now begin to flow well. That is when you now talk of savings, investment, and co. And it's doing this simultaneously with infrastructural revamping going on. Now I took it further to students. Just last week here, or this week on Monday, for the first time since Osubo, I went through school too. For the first time, every tertiary education in Edo State, students of Edo origin, as far as you are from Edo State, you are any tertiary institution in Nigeria, from polytechnic to colleges of education, universities, and co. As far as you are from Edo State, he has approved 1 billion bursary for them.
Wow.
These are programs, yes. These are programs that impact directly. And Obaseki refused when Net Fund announced and said that all states should come and enroll, apply to be included to benefit from Net Fund. Net Fund is the larger national program on education, which Tinubu brought about to finance education so that you don't need to say that because you are a poor man, you could not train your child in the university or polytechnic. The federal government is saying, you are not bringing any catapult fund. Just come and enroll your state in it so that students from your state who does not have access to education owing to the fact that their parents cannot afford it can have access to fund, which they will pay back only when they are done with their NYC and started working. Interest-free grants from 2023 till now, till Obaseki left power, Edo State was not on that platform. Other states have been benefiting. Okpebholo came, and now Edo States, the testimonies abound. I can share the links for you. You can Google and check how many students from Edo State have benefited from Net Fund. Okpebholo has included and registered Edo States among the beneficiary states, where students now have access to student loan. And this is what is obtainable abroad. Remember, what during the 1993 election, MKO Abiola election, there is a gigs done by, I don't know if it's late now. I think Okori is late. I don't know if Idemudia is late. He said, if you know Sabiri that right, you lost. So you were bigger, but that other dignity you know complete. Now, if you Sabiri that right, I speak good English. Now I make you complete Percy. Education is key in 21st century. That is the truth. We are having these charlatans controlling the cyberspace today in the name of Yahoo Yahoo, because they lack quality education that will make them have critical thinking capacity. A brain that can think critically cannot critically think into cybercrime or Yahoo Yahoo. You will think into other innovative means because we are lacking quality education. Education that is bedrock or poor infrastructure. No matter how you use iPad, you say you were giving iPad to some children in Edo. Obaseki problem was not about policy modeling. When it comes to policy modeling, it's Yahoo brain can design the best policy model. But when it lacks sincerity of purpose to drive implementation of policy, it was a contradiction in terms, because a man that can sit down and drive a model of education that was applauded by World Bank, which made World Bank to give him a loan of 75 million. The same man carried the money, could not implement the model to the yearnings and aspiration of the people. That man is a contradiction. A man who conceived the Edo Water Storm project with Oshomole brought the best brain together. Yet, after Oshomole, he abandoned the project. He conceived his own again and used it to collect $150 million. That is 250 billion naira for flood erosion and flood control in Edo State. $150 million. These are verifiable facts. He did not do. Today we can see what is going on. Right now, this week, the governor has said it that by the grace of God, by next month we'll see issues. We'll see things. I don't want to preempt a lot of things. Thank God the Supreme Court case is over. Now coming to the road infrastructure that this man is opening up. I just came back from Benin 2 weeks ago. On 27th of June was when I came back from Benin. For the first time, because most of the time I use flights. We drove from Auchi. We got to Auchi through Big. I use Big Joe. We got to Auchi around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Before 3 o'clock, we were in Aduawa, going through the Ekpoma Road. The normal, on a normal good day from Auchi, in the last 5 years or 6 years, from Auchi to Benin, you can sleep on that road, safe.
No doubt. I was told about it. You see, I can confirm this myself. You know, I was in Nigeria. I came back like about 2 weeks ago. I happened to, I wanted to go with my car to Ekpoma. You know, I had about 4 days retreat over there in Ekpoma because of the way I was, deplorable situation, condition of that road. They told me, oh, you can't drive, you can't take your vehicle there. So I had to go by, we carpooled on a public transport to Ekuma. But I was surprised. It was amazing. They said, oh, this man here has influenced the federal government to fix the road. I'm like, why didn't I come with my vehicle there? Because it was just like normal that it used to be. You know, I've been to Ekuma Auchi several times. I went through that road to Abuja and all that, Kaduna. But this time around, the way I was told, I was so scared that I didn't want to go with my vehicle. But using the public transport.
As we speak, on insecurity, as we speak,
yes.
The Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, they are mapping out community by community, local government by local government, military, mini military base.
Yes.
Instead of relying on a particular military base from one local government, bringing the security, the army military base, joint security operation base to community, every town, like major town. If you have one in Uromi in a strategic location, you have one in Irua, you have one in Ekpoma, you have one in Nubiaja, in Igwebe, in Auchi, like that in Agenebode, unlike before, where you have to centralize the security arrangement, or when you made it like a 3 senatorial district, you know, where you put one close to, there was one that was close to Irepe, be providing a backup for vigilante across the US and land. We discovered that was the period of response, the timing and everything. Now we are breaking all that so that security issue will be curbed once and for all. It cannot be eradicated totally, even in the advanced world, but there are measures you put in place that you need to put these things in order. Look at the Edo line. Look at the Edo line. 300 and something million argument between Union Bank, financial disagreement between Union Bank and Edo line made Obaseki to kill the outfit because he want to sell it off.
Yes.
And they started selling off the properties of Edo line, like the one in Port Harcourt, because Edo line Itato had their own. They don't rent buildings. Edo line. No. In Abuja here, they own one in Mutako, in Jos, in Kano, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt. Edo line own their office and they buy their land. In those days, Obaseki was selling all those things off. What did it take Okpebholo to revive Edo line now?
We are waiting on the what do you call it? Is it
the recruitment is going on? They are doing recruitment. Recruitment is open to everybody. All from clerical officers to drivers to the admin account, everybody. Recruitment is ongoing, and the bosses have been branded and the whole place.
We scheduled a broadcast on that.
Are we going to talk about? I think Epa is listening, the cultural ambassador that you just introduced to me.
Yes.
If you know the history behind what is going on in the name of Moa that he said is building.
You talked about it before you came. Black Rise, are you still there, sir?
I'm listening, sir.
Okay, great. You see, our brother, he spoke about this museum you are talking about. He spoke about it before you came. Okay. Yes. So yeah, he spoke about it. Yeah, he did.
Yes.
By the time you look at the background of everything, the man that is using as a surrogate to blackmail the whole MOA issue.
Yes.
Is Philip Iheanacho.
Yes.
Philip Iheanacho is a business partner to Obaseki. They are all both investment bankers. They've done consultancy. He's a member. He's also an honorary director in Afri Investment. Philip Iheanacho was the one that was managing the stake of Edo State in Azura Power Project, $2 million.
Jesus Christ.
And when Obaseki divested $1 million through Philip Iheanacho to come and Edo State Fund.
Oh my God.
You went to go and seek it in a private museum.
And people were sentimentally lost, praising this
and you
man
want people to clap for you? And the Omonoba Nedo Ogidiga brought an idea to you. What they want to do. You stole the idea. You went around curators in the world from Italy to different countries. You make curators and different. You woo your investors and you carry Edo State money. You destroy the land where the Central Hospital to build a land of artifacts.
Yes.
You
How in the
compromise.
world?
That land,
Yes.
that land is not a State government land. Belongs to the tradition, belongs to the palace. History has it that during this the British era, it was the palace that issued that place. The British did
All
not pay, neither did the
to
Bendel State or Midwest.
anyway. Yes.
Obanya talk
You see,
was a webo.
yes. And you see, let me quickly tell you this. You see, this man right here, the man didn't know what he was doing. It was a mistake to our state. It was a disaster. At the end of the
I
day.
swear he pay me because I was
Yes.
supposed to know better.
I know. Well,
He's supposed to know better because
when I had
every
a
deal
meeting,
he was having 3%, 5%.
yes.
He was
When
having
I had a
percentage in
meeting
all. We have
with
all the
him,
past.
I told him that it wasn't you, sir. It's just not you. You don't understand that it is not you. People are against the person who is bring your, who is trying to bring you in as his successor. They are not fighting you. It is not you at all. It is that same person that has betrayed everyone during his time. When you think you can hold on to power forever, this is it right here. Time will tell, time will tell, time will tell, and the time has spoken. Now he's not here. He ran into exile, self-exile. Nobody know where he is at right now. So that's the way it is. If you remember the story of Nebuchadnezzar, in the Bible, the same thing. Basically, any tyrant, anybody who is tyrannical, you know what I'm saying? So this is always their end. I appreciate it so much. I am going to keep you here. We're going to be bringing you in, as often as possible, plus other versatile members of our party. Anyway, generally, we'll be bringing all of you to come and exhibit your intelligence on how governance is supposed to be. Basically, we already had a schedule for Edo Live. Unfortunately, the launching hasn't happened. That's why we haven't done the broadcast yet. So we are still going to do it when the time comes. And we hope that you will honor our invitation to be here with us, plus other people that we will invite into this broadcast. In the meantime, we have spent quite some time on this show today. I'm going to now try to bring it to a close. I'm happy. We are all happy. We are all cheerful today. And yes. So let me bring in our father here, legendary Black Rice Sage, to give us your closing remarks today. I know we are all happy. Everywhere is in joyful mood in Edo State. You just give advice to the people of Edo State and the government, led by Distinguished Senator Monday Okpebholo. Black Rice.
Yes, I'm very happy that we got a member of the people. I mean, the latest government in Benin to be a part of us here, throwing more light on the recent happenings in Edo State. One thing I wanted to take him on was the basic salary that the man just added five naira or whatever.
5,000 naira.
5,000 naira. I mean,
yeah.
That's still not up to 50 euro.
I know
a
it.
month. That's crazy, man.
Yes.
That's still not up to 50 euros.
It's true.
So, I mean, I'm happy that they are winning. I'm happy that they are going to Abuja to collect little handouts. We should try in the state to raise funds within ourselves. I'm trying to do something in my father's property I inherited. If I tell you how much I've spent there, because they say it's close to the airport, blah, 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 and day. Use those money. I'm paying because that's my way of paying taxes now to the government of Edo State, like I do in Lagos too. So if I'm paying those taxes indirectly, we should be seeing how they are using the money, not just paying to the people in the secretariat or in the offices, and they just share it among themselves and be building their private homes, like what they did with the toll gates, you know. So I'm ashamed that the man was very glad that they added 5,000 to. Yes, I was
Yeah, according to us, you know what they usually say, especially back home, that half bread, half a loaf is better than nothing, you know. So basically, for people who were having he who is down fears no fall. Anybody that was down with you know, below what he has given, they should appreciate it, because even down to the federal government level, it is a shame actually that that is our basic salary in Nigeria, for such
yes,
a rich and wealthy country, that you are saying the basic salary, you know, the minimum wage is 70,000 or
yeah, it's not
75,000
even
naira.
up to 50
It
euros.
cannot even it
Crazy,
can't afford anything in the market today.
you know.
When you are buying fuel, when you're buying fuel in Nigeria, if you really need to buy fuel in your SUV, 75,000 is not enough. I know how much it costs me to feed my own SUV
That's
whenever I'm
right.
back home. So that is nothing anyway. But again, with the addition of 5,000, people are happy. But what he was explaining is that mark you that it is not the minimum, that minimum wage that is earned by graduates. You know, I think he tried to justify it by that, because they earn more. But what they call minimum is what it is, maybe to people who are, you know, on the very, very low cadre of workers in Nigeria, like maybe cleaners or maybe gardeners, all those, you know, those are what they can earn. Now, it
Those are
used to be very poor.
citizens. They are still citizens.
They are
They
citizens.
go to
You are
the
right.
same market with those
To
senators'
shop. You're right.
wives.
That is
You
correct.
know?
That's another fight. We need you as an activist to lead a fight for increase in minimum wage. Yeah, we can do that. A lot of activists have been fighting for it, but it's just that our government, they don't understand. They just believe in themselves alone. That's the problem. So anyway, go ahead and conclude your
Yes.
your.
Well, that's. I just want to tell the government that they are doing well. We are waiting for them to do their very best. For the meantime, we are happy with them that they won, and we are expecting more from them. He who much is given, much is expected.
That's
Now we have
correct.
given them all our vote and all our support, so they should give us back all they got. Not to ask us again to bring, or take from us. You know, I'm happy with you guys that yeah, your politics, you're playing well the politics and the proper way, and I appreciate love. Thank you very much to all the listeners. I always say.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to hand the microphone over to my own brother, Chief Honorable Tony Negro Irabo, to give us your last word on today's broadcast.
Yeah, thank you very much. And our great daddy, Black Rice, thank you so much for
Yes, sir.
your lines of advice to the government. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, sir.
And I also want to thank Honorable Brymon for a very good articulated analysis on the governance. Thank you so much. But my advice now, tonight is Aswan Ighodalo should come out, please, publicly and dedicate this defeat to Obaseki openly, to dedicate it to him, because it wasn't actually your election, Aswan Ighodalo. It was Obaseki third term election. We have nothing against you. So dedicate this defeat to Godwin Obaseki. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you, all the listeners.
Amen.
And have a very lovely evening. Thank you.
On that note, I'd like to say that I'm going to repeat this again, that you cannot give what you don't have.
Yes.
And so manipulation, it is not a confirmation. So basically, when you think you can hold on to power forever, the time shall always tell, and the time has spoken today, especially with the exit of Obaseki government in Edo State. The judgment today now restore peace and order in our state and giving rise to a better development and progressive governance in Edo State. I want to thank all of you that showed up today on this broadcast, that participated in this broadcast. Don't forget, now remember, we still have another broadcast on Saturday that is coming on. We're going to talk about the nomination and the endorsement of people for the coming by-election. Okay, so we are going to talk about that: the endorsement, the nomination of people, for the election, the by-election that is coming up in August, that is going to be conducted by INEC because of the vacancy created by the upgrade of Senator Monday Okpebholo and Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa into the state government, the governor and the deputy. So their seat has been left vacant in our state. There are other by-elections going on in different states, but in our state, we have the House of Rep, via federal constituency, and then we have the House of Senate in Edo Central. So that is going to come up on Saturday, same time. We're going to be here discussing about all that. And so once again, I want to thank my father, my godfather here in music, the legendary Black Rice Society, superstar, reggae superstar. And I want to thank my brother, Honorable Chief Tony Negro, for your steadfastness, always stay with us on course. And then I would thank my own brother and comrade, Comrade Brimo, for showing up. We were already inside the show, and I remembered, I need to hear his voice. And I quickly sent him the invitation, the link, and he joined us. He struggled. He was unable to come up with a video, but at least we heard his voice clearly. He did audio, and that was very good. So the people who didn't know what he is or what he was, or he represents, they heard his voice today, and he has been able to explain explicitly a lot of things that is going on that people didn't know. So the falsehood, the false propaganda that was being propagated by Obaseki-led government, he has been able to debunk all of those today, and he's still going to, give you more. Other times that we invite him to this show, you will hear more from him, and probably more from other state government officials in time to come. I thank the audience as well, who takes their time, always try to be with us no matter what, no matter how late or how early they get the lead. They are always with us. They listen, even though they don't contribute. They didn't make any call, no comment from the comment section. That's okay. They will, even if they don't listen right now live, they will always go back to it, because YouTube is forever; it never dies. So they can always go back to YouTube and get today's program, the podcast, and listen to it real good and digest what we discuss. If there's any development out of it, we will know, and we will bring it your way on this platform. Well, thank you very much, and may God continue to guide and protect you all until we come your way again this Saturday for another broadcast on the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show. My name is Joe Brown Idele-Ero. God bless you.
Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Wretched and foolish jealousy, how did you come to enter me? I never was your kind, nor have a narrow mind, to vent your poor selfish desire that others should not warm at my fire. I wish the sun should shine on men's food, flowers as well as mine.
All right, that's it for today. Now take care.